talking, man, I think I got him too obsessed. The way I'm walking, got him moving, gotta catch the checks. The way I'm rolling, I'm patrolling, wanna sue me, yeah. So I ain't folding, I'm a rolling, still can't feel me yet.
My name is Winnie, and I'm a music artist from Appleton, Wisconsin. So I make rap, hip-hop music, anywhere from more of like a trap type vibe to like kind of lo-fi, more chill hip-hop. I really like to do all sorts of different styles because I don't like to stick to the same thing. So doing these different styles just really helps me to be able to keep things fresh and keep pushing my abilities as an artist. What made me start making music was that my college roommate, sophomore year actually, he made music. He was like, bro, just try it. And it felt natural to me. I'd been listening to rap music for a couple of years. I kind of knew what my influences were. I thought for a while about what my music might sound like. And I even had some poems written that I ended up turning into some of my first songs. From there, I made my first album. Without that, I wouldn't be making music today. For a while, I listened to soundtracks, and that was really most of what I listened to. And it's kind of crazy looking back today because I listened to very different type of music. Without that, I wouldn't have been into music at all. And it turned into songs that were made for movies. For example, Black Panther, there was a whole rap album made for that movie, and that's what really got me into rap music. That was really the music that I resonated the best with. Biggest struggles I've encountered as an artist would be, first one is living in Wisconsin because there's not a huge scene for rap here. It's mostly in Milwaukee, but even then, there's kind of a certain niche there, and it's a lot of more like club style music, and that's not really the vibe that I go for. But just being in a state that's not known for rap has 100% been the biggest struggle. I would say another struggle would be just being a small artist and having limited resources and budget. I really have to make every move strategic, and I have to make videos on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube that may not reflect who I am, but they reflect what people want to see. And the goal of that is that eventually people will want to see me and my music as it is. And it's just that grind of trying to get in people's feeds and get in people's ears that is really the struggle. That's the main struggle for me. So about a year and a half into making music, I had my first performance, and that was at UWGB for GB Music Fest, and I had a full hour set. By that point, I was starting to morph into the next level of my music, which was made with my first actual mic that I got. I've been recording with my phone before then. At that point, I was kind of in a transition where I had some of the songs that were made with the microphone. Some of the songs were still with my phone. So I kind of depended heavily on the fact that you wouldn't be able to tell that I was recording on my phone on the songs through the speakers. And it ended up working okay, and I knew the songs well, but it was definitely a struggle to figure out how to fill a full hour, but I had over an hour of music, so I knew that I could do it. That was my first show.
What's good? My name is Mikey at 30K. I make music from Hammond, Indiana. What made me start making music was primarily because when I was being raised, I was raised on a lot of 60s music, so I heard a lot of singing oriented stuff, the Temptations and Supreme, stuff like that. That's about it. But when I grew a little older, I started digging more into hip hop, especially since I was around more black folks when I was younger. I was orientated towards hip hop music and black culture and everything like that. I just fell in love with the art, and I always had a fondness for audio. I love audio.
So me and Mikey met through a DM. He reached out to me and was like, yo, you got any songs you're working on that I would work well on? And I was like, I mean, I don't got anything right now that I'm working on that really has an open spot, but I'll let you know.
I hit him up one day and I'm like, yo, I see you a little rapping. I see you got a little motion, right? And I'm like, you want to collab?
And he just kept asking, and then one day I was like, you know what, let's just start from scratch, let's make something. He sent me a song, and then it had his vocals on it. It sounded really good, and I was like, all right, this is somebody I can work with.
I like the style. It was very rough, especially at the time, because that was what, a year ago when we did our first song with Chris Tucker. Over the time, he started to evolve, and it was really interesting to watch happen live.
We've really grown together in the sense that we've really brought out the best sides of each other. Definitely challenged Mikey to be a little bit more lyrical, and he's challenged me to just kind of switch up my lingo and switch up my flow and like maybe put a little bit more effort into my delivery.
My music grown a lot because it went from like some really rough stuff where I didn't know what I wanted to do, and it came off the time when Rage was really picking up, and I never was the biggest fan of Rage in the first place. Just wasn't my type of style. Then I kind of switched over to more laid back, chill stuff.
What makes us work so well together is just that, you know, we can really just build off of each other's flows really well. That's one thing that we've really had as a strength so far.
Hopefully one day, couple Grammys, you know, maybe a couple concerts over at Madison Square Garden, you know, United Center. That'd be dope to do. But other than that, I just want to eventually be able to feed my family on some merch stuff. Hopefully that happens. Make a career out of it, do it full time.
The impact that I want to make on music is really just creating stuff that's timeless, creating stuff that people aspire to be like. I don't mean that in like a self-centered way, I just mean that like setting a certain bar, because I feel like right now rap music has kind of lost its way. It's all about trends, it's all about copying. So bringing back what rap music was, which is about the bars, about just like the beats and like everything. Like I also want to make an impact within my state. For me, I want there to be an artist that comes out of Wisconsin that is one of the big dogs and just like is someone that people know is from Wisconsin and are proud to have come from Wisconsin. Like I really just want to put on for Wisconsin and bring something new and refreshing to the state that you haven't heard before.